No.
Yes, Akshat, you can begin.
Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yona Prachodayat.
All right. Hari Om, everyone.
Hari Om, ma'am.
Hari Om,
Hari
ma'am.
Om, ma'am.
Are you ready to learn another
Hari Om,
story
ma'am.
today? Hari Om, Hari Om. Are you ready to listen to another story today?
Yes, Ji.
Okay.
Yes, Anaghaji.
All right. Now before I tell you a story today, I want to ask you something. Okay? And that is, how many feelings do we have?
Very many.
A lot of them, many. Okay. Anyone else who wants to give me any number? How many feelings do we have?
9.
9. Okay. Very good.
9,999.
1.
Yes.
1, ma'am.
1. And what is that feeling, Parikshit? That one feeling?
5.
Ma'am, my
Lot of
feeling
them,
is I
ma'am.
need to one feeling is I need to be a soldier.
A soldier, that is your thought. I must be a soldier is something that you think about. What are your feelings? Can you name some feelings, children, for me?
I can, ma'am.
Okay.
Sad, angry, worried. Angry, jealousy.
I hear a lot of angry. Yes?
Ma'am, depression. There are jealousy. And there
Okay,
are
very good.
uncountable feelings.
Sadness, anger, jealousy, fear, happiness, excitement. These are
Joyful.
all the various feelings that we feel. Very good, very good. Yes. Okay. Now, I'm going to tell you something that we have millions and millions of feelings. Lots and lots of feelings, right? And we experience these feelings in various shades, in various intensities, right? If someone gives you a friendly pat, you may feel a little angry, correct? But if someone teases you too much, you feel more angry, right? And then when something that you have made gets spoiled because of some reason, you become even more angry. Do you agree with me that there are different stages of emotions?
You get depressed.
Yes, correct. Many a times, even sadness has many degrees to it. Fear has many degrees to it, isn't it? So we have a lot of feelings that can be categorized into 4, and that is mad, bad, glad, and sad. What are the 4 main feelings for us to be able to understand what we are
Mad, bad, glad, sad.
Yes. Mad includes irritation, annoying, anger, frustration, desperation. All of that comes under mad. Bad, jealousy, feeling hungry, feeling scared, and all those unpleasant sensations make you feel bad. Glad, fun, excitement, happiness, surprise, all of those things are, um, you know, glad. Then your shame, embarrassment, all of that comes under bad. And the last one is sad, where you feel maybe guilt, maybe sorrow, maybe some sadness, like someone said, depressed feelings, depressed thoughts. Okay, so we all have these major 4 categories of feelings. And today I'm going to tell you about a little mouse called Minty and a monster called Moody. Okay, now there was a tiny little mouse called Minty the mouse, and she spoke in a very squeaky voice, a small voice like Dia's. Dia has a small voice, isn't it? And every day, Minty used to go about her duties. She had a nice family, she had brother, she had a sister, she had her parents in her family, she also had grandparents in her family, and she had a whole lot of friends. Now every morning, Minty would have her breakfast, wake up early, get ready for school, have her breakfast, and then she would start walking to her school with her small little bag and her gang of friends. And every day the friends would squeak along the forest path, come to a bridge on the river, cross that bridge hurriedly, and sometimes sit down to rest on the other side of the river. They would have something, play something, and then continue their journey to the school. In the school, they had a wonderful, wise old owl as their teacher. And the owl would teach them all sorts of things: how to find worms, how to hunt, how to hide from eagles and predators, and all of the important stuff that they needed to live in the jungle. And then their school was not a school like ours with a building and rooms and blackboards. Their school was always under a tree. And the little wise owl had a round spectacle and a small scale, or a, what can I call it? A danda, a small danda. Okay. And he also had a small blackboard. And that is where Minty and her friends would all sit down and learn stuff. Okay. Now, when the school was over, they would again put their backpacks on and they would walk back. And while walking back, they would again cross the bridge on the river and sit on the other side this time. And they would sometimes lie down on the grass, splash water over each other, open their snack boxes and snack a little bit, and then continue their journey home. After Minty got home, she would throw her things around, change into better clothes, eat her lunch, and go out to play with her friends again. And she would continue to play until the sun set. And then she would come back home. Mama would ask her to do her homework, but Minty would not want to do it. And she would then pass her time by doing this and that and maybe watching TV. And then she would slump off on her bed. She would not keep things ready for next day's school, and then she would hustle around in the morning. Now, as Minty started to grow up, everyone around her started telling her that, Minty, you must be a little more organized. You must not be a moody person. But what Minty didn't know was there was a monster. And that monster lived not in Minty's house, not under her bed, but the Moody the monster lived on the mouse's head. Now, whenever Minty was angry, whenever someone told Minty to do something that she didn't want to do, or she got breakfast that she didn't want to eat, or she had to do her homework when she didn't want to do it, Moody the monster would come out. And the monster had 2 little thorns and a long tail, and it also had big red eyes. All right. And whenever this monster would come, Minty would behave in a very nasty way. She would scream At her mother, she would want to throw the plate away, she would want to stomp her feet, she would want to slam the doors, and she would want to always fight with her friends. And each and every day, Minty the mouse allowed the monster to come in. Moody the monster became stronger and stronger until he became very powerful. Now, what would happen when Minty woke up in the morning or Mama was trying to wake Minty up? Minty would say, "Go away, Mama. I don't want to wake up. Let me sleep for some more time." Then Minty would get up, hustle around because she had not kept her things ready and she would not find her towel. "Where is my towel? I don't know where is my uniform. All my things are always missing," she would scream and stomp. And then her friends would say, "Minty, come, we are waiting for you. Come down, let's go to the school." And Minty would say, "You guys go away. You're always pestering me with come soon, come soon, come soon. You guys are always troubling me. I don't want to come with you," she would say. Mama would give her breakfast and Minty would say, "Chee, who's going to have a toast of bread every day? I don't want this toast. It is so dry, it is so yucky," she would say. And Mama would feel very upset. Mama would feel very, very bad because Mama had worked very hard to make the breakfast ready for Minty. Mama had worked so hard to help her out with finding her uniform, putting her things back in her backpack, and Minty was always angry. Now, when friends started going away, Minty was left alone and she had to walk the path to school all by herself. Now, she was not happy because her friends were also upset with her, and her mama was also upset with her, and her daddy was also upset with her. So, Minty the mouse, with her face drooping and a big frown on her face, she started walking. And then, when she saw her face over the bridge, when she climbed the bridge, she looked down into the river. And when she saw her face, she found that monster sitting on her head. She was like, "Who are you? What are you doing here?" And then Moody said, "I am Moody, and I help you whenever you don't want to do things, whenever you don't want to do your homework, whenever you don't want to do what people ask you to do. I am the one who helps you. I am your friend," said Moody. Now Mindy thought, maybe this guy is trying to help me out. And she allowed him to sit there and went to school looking very grumpy. Now when she went to school, she realized, "Oh, I've not done my homework. Mama reminded me yesterday, but I did not do my homework. What am I going to tell Mr. Owl today?" And Moody the monster said, "Oh, you don't have to do your homework. Anyways, the Mr. Owl's homework is always so boring." So that's what she told Mr. Owl. "I have not done your homework because all the times you give me homework, it is very, very boring and I do not want to do it." Mr. Owl had worked very hard on that lesson. He had worked very hard to create the worksheets and he had tried to make it very interesting for the children. And while everyone else enjoyed it, it was only Minty who said this to Mr. Owl. So now Mr. Owl was also very, very upset. Slowly, Minty started realizing that Mama and Papa have become upset with her and they don't want to talk to her as much as they would have. Her friends have become angry with her. They don't listen to her. And whenever the friends didn't listen to Minty, Moody the monster again came out and made her say nasty things, fight with her friends, so that she was left all alone, feeling lonely and feeling sad. Right? Now, when Minty realized, it kept happening for days together. And then suddenly Minty started realizing, "Oh, I was so happy before. My parents were happy with me. My friends were happy with me. Mr. Owl was not all grumpy with me. He would scold me sometimes, but at least he liked me. Nowadays, nobody seems to like me. Now what can I do? I don't know what to do." So one day, in her thoughts, lost in her thoughts, she didn't go to school. But when she walked out, she waited on that bridge, lied down under that tree where everyone used to always lie down, and thought and thought and thought. And then there came a little wise cuckoo. And the cuckoo said, Minty, why are you sleeping here alone? How come you're not at school today? And Minty said, Oh, cuckoo, what should I tell you? Look how this is. Nobody wants to be my friend. Everybody is upset with me. I do not know what to do. I'm so sad. And she started crying. So Cuckoo came down, sat on the ground next to Minty, and started asking Minty, What is it that has changed, Minty? Oh, I am very angry all the time. I say nasty things to people. I become very rude sometimes. I don't want to be with anyone. And therefore, everybody is upset with me. So, Kaku looked at Minty carefully from top to down. And then Kaku saw it, the little moody monster sitting on Minty's head with two tiny horns and a long tail. So Kaku said, Minty, I think your problem is you have given some space in your head to a little monster called Moody. And Minty was taken aback. But Moody is my friend. And Kaku said, Please think about it, Minty. What does Moody make you do? It is Moody who makes you say all the nasty stuff. It is Moody who tells you to stomp the doors or bang the doors and stomp your feet. It is Moody who asks you to scream at people. It is Moody who tells you not to do what you want to do or you should do. It is Moody who stops you from doing your homework, and it is Moody who makes you say nasty stuff and be rude to people around. And Minty started thinking, was Kaku saying something that is really the truth? And then, if that is so, I will have to fight this monster because this monster has now become very powerful. Oh, Kaku, please tell me, how can I fight this monster? How can I tell him to go away? And then Kaku told her, I will tell you something, but the monster is very powerful. The monster is not going to go away easily. You will have to make an effort. You will have to create a habit. You will have to do it repeatedly so that the monster becomes less powerful. And when this little monster called Moody becomes less powerful, then you can kick him out of your head. Minty was very interested now. Minty said, Okay, Kaku, tell me, what can I do? How can I make this monster less powerful? And then Kaku told her, whenever you feel that Moody the monster is coming out of your head, you will just tap your head and say, 10, 9, 8, 7, and breathe. Breathe in and breathe out with your mouth. Breathe in and hold your hands in fists so that your hands do not get tempted to throw things or bang doors or do anything that is nasty. Also, when you are breathing and counting backwards, your brain and your mouth is busy. So you're not going to be able to talk nastily to anyone. And automatically, Moody the monster will become smaller and smaller and less powerful. So Minty decided that she's going to try this. So she walked, her head held high, a new little energy in her body, and ran to school. Now, when she ran to school and she was sitting there, she reached the school, obviously the teacher asked her, Why are you late? And Moody wanted to come out. But what did Minty do? She breathed in, she breathed out, and she quietly told the teacher, I'm very sorry, Mr. Owl. I will not be late from tomorrow. Mr. Owl was suddenly taken aback because he was used to Minty screaming and shouting and being rude. So he was happy that Minty hadn't done anything of that. And he said, It's all right, Minty, but next time I'm sure you will keep time. And he allowed her to sit in the class. When the lunch break came, Everybody wanted to play hide and seek, but Minty wanted to play run and catch. So again, Moody the monster threatened to come out. And what did Minty do? She held her hands tightly, gritted her teeth, closed her eyes, and counted 10, 9, 8, 7. And she found Moody the monster becoming smaller and smaller. So then she told her friends, it's okay if we play hide and seek, but maybe tomorrow we can play run and catch. And her friends were taken aback, but they were so happy to find Minty not screaming and not going away, stomping her feet and sitting alone with her hands folded and a frown on her face because they were so used to it. But Minty didn't do anything of that sort. In fact, she joined them in playing hide and seek. So her friends became happy. Now, when she started going home, Mama said, Minty, like every day you have thrown your things here and there. Pick them up. Moody the monster started rising again. But Minty again told Moody the monster, I'm not going to allow you to come out of my head. Get away from me. And she quietly apologized to her mother and said, I'm going to pick the things up, Mama, now. Don't worry. And she picked her things up, put her shoes in place, put her uniform in the laundry, put her bag in its place, and started opening her books to do her homework. Daddy was amazed to see this. Mama was amazed to see this. And both of them came to Minty and said, we are so proud of you that you are not yelling or shouting in the way you used to, right? And Minty started feeling all the more better because now her parents or her teacher or her friends were not upset with her. In fact, they had started liking her again. And as for Moody the monster, he was very angry and dejected, but he sprouted two little wings and went away flying to find someone else in whose head he could live. Will you allow Moody the monster to live in your heads?
No.
No.
No, ma'am. No,
Do you
ma'am.
like Minty?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Did you like
No,
Minty's
ma'am.
story?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes,
Then I can't hold it.
Sometimes? What did you say? Say it
Sometimes
again.
Moody the monster will enter my head, then I can't hold.
Sometimes Moody the monster will enter your head. Correct. Correct. I
Even me,
completely
ma'am.
agree with you.
Even me, ma'am.
Even you.
I think everybody does, ma'am.
Okay, now tell me what were the different
Ma'am,
feelings of Minty? What were the different feelings that she felt in the whole story?
She felt sad and angry and happy. She was not feeling patient all the time.
Yes. So she
And
felt, did
but
she
then-
feel all the four emotions? Did she feel mad? Did she feel bad? Did she feel glad and sad? Did she feel all the four emotions?
Yes.
Yes, right? She felt
Yes,
very angry when things didn't go her way, when her friends didn't listen to her, when she had to do her
She was
dull,
also
boring
sad,
homework.
ma'am.
She was mad at everyone she saw.
When everybody was upset with her, she felt sad, right?
Yeah, and she was
When
very
her
mad
friends,
at everyone.
Yes,
yes.
ma'am.
When everyone went away and isolated her, they didn't want to play with her, she was alone, she felt bad. And when everyone scolded her or became upset with her, she felt extremely sad, right? So she felt all the four major emotions in the
And then after that, she felt glad. When
yeah, then she felt bad also when she apologized and she realized and she asked Moody the monster to go away. She also felt a little happy about it. Very good, children. Very good. Now, I'm going to show you some slides and I have some questions for you. Okay? One by one, we are going to look at
When
those.
should we show yesterday's homework?
Yesterday's homework you all have already posted, no? Yeah. So you don't have to show it again today because I won't be able to see it on this camera. So if you not,
But you told we need to ask our
Excuse me, ma'am.
parents.
I will get back to that. Yes, I will get back to that activity at the end of the session. Now tell me something.
Excuse me, ma'am.
What happens when you feel feelings? Megha, tell me what happens
Ma'am.
when you feel feelings?
We act when we are when we act that.
Okay, you act like that. You act your feelings
ma'am.
out. Very good. Do you notice some changes in your body?
Yes, ma'am.
What are the changes that you notice in your body?
Mind keeps on jumping around when he's angry.
Kritik, are you talking? No. Okay. Who wants to speak? Please say your name and start answering. What are the changes
Anvi.
that you notice in your body? Anvi, tell me.
Sometimes I notice some changes in my body, like sometimes I will become like my face will always become sad and
Okay.
wrinkles will come, and
Yes.
sometimes when I'm angry, I also feel some changes.
Yes. What are the changes that you feel when you are angry?
When I'm angry, the changes I feel is that my my face is my
Frown.
face will be really bad. It doesn't look nice
Okay.
when it's angry.
Doesn't look nice. Very good. All right. Sometimes you have a frown on your face. Sometimes you are crying. Sometimes your heart is beating very fast, especially when you're scared. You might start sweating.
Yeah.
You might feel a
And
dryness
when
in
I'm
your
scared,
throat.
most of the times there will be a tension face on my
Correct, correct. So other than your face, in your body also, when you are scared, you may start shivering. When you are very tired or you've run a long distance and you're feeling a little overwhelmed, your heart is beating faster. You are
Actually,
sweating anytime.
I'm scared of the dark sometimes.
Yeah, I shiver a lot when I get down in the water.
You shiver a lot when you get down in the water. Okay, but I'm talking about feelings.
When
When you
we're
get
angry, our mind jumps a lot from here to
you
there.
are
We don't
restless.
listen to
Yes.
others.
Very good. Very
And
good.
when we're
Now
sad, we
tell
make.
me, right. Now tell me, do all of us feel the same feelings?
Anagaji, can I answer?
No,
Yes,
ma'am.
Namit?
answer?
Yes,
No,
Namit.
ma'am, we all
Ma'am, can
feel
I answer, ma'am?
different feelings.
One by one, children, one by one. Okay. All of us feel different feelings. All of us feel different feelings with the different intensities. For example, if I'm walking down a lane and a dog comes from the other side, if I am scared of the dog, my feeling and my reaction will be different. I will not want to be anywhere near and I will go, I'll cross the road from a far away distance from this dog. But if I like dogs, my feeling will be different. My action will also be different. I'll probably go pet the dog, talk to the owner, ask what is the dog's name, and things like that. Correct? So, all of us feel different feelings at the same incidents. Okay? Do we always do the same thing when we feel in a certain way? Do I always jump when I'm excited?
No.
Sometimes
No.
I jump, sometimes I scream, sometimes I say, yeah, sometimes I do a little dance, right? Yes. Okay, 6 participants have raised their hand. One by one, I'm going to ask you to unmute and talk. All right. Kritika, tell me, Kritika.
Yes, G. What should I say? Like, what feeling?
Do you do the same thing always when you feel in a certain way?
No, ma'am. For some time, I'll get sad, depressed. Sometime I'll be excited, happy.
Okay, so I'm going to give you an example, Kritika. Say, suppose you're feeling anger. Do you react in the same way every time?
No, ma'am.
Suppose you're angry with your younger brother, you might scream or you might even give a small, hit the younger brother like that. But if you're angry with your teacher or angry with your mother, can you shout at them or hit them like that? You will not do it, correct?
No, ma'am. We can't do it.
Correct. So,
Yes, Anvi.
yes, tell me, Akshat.
Yes, Sani was saying a joke. I tried to. I could say nothing.
Okay, okay. All right. Okay. Now, Now tell me the name of the emotion. I'm going to call out your names one by one, those who have raised your hands and not got a chance to speak. Tell me the name of the emotion. You
Ma'am?
cry when you feel, Aditya?
Ma'am, I have a question.
Yes, Kritika.
Ma'am, like, as you gave an example, I can slap my brother, but I can't do the same thing to my parents or teachers. How can I handle this?
How?
Can I handle this?
How can you handle this? I'll tell you. I'm just trying to give you an example of when you experience an emotion, you behave differently in different situations, right? You might fight with your younger brother, but you can't fight with your teacher. So the way we express anger in different situations is different. That is what I was trying to tell you. How to handle it, I will tell you. Okay. Aditya, tell me, you cry when you feel
Sad.
okay. Sanvi, tell me, you jump when you feel
Happy.
okay. Ramakrishna, you frown when you feel
We frown when we feel so angry.
angry. Okay. You look for someone when you are Vaibhavi, tell me. You look for someone when you are look at the picture there. What does it tell you?
Mad.
What is that feeling?
Mom, I don't know what.
You don't know?
Can I tell Anvi?
Yes, Anvi?
When you are scared.
When you
look
are
for
scared. Very good. Look at the
Or
picture. The man is
Or
One
ma'am,
minute.
can say, what is it, ma'am? Can you read it?
You look for someone when you are
Jealous.
jealous? No. Do you think the photo in the man in the photo looks jealous?
When we are lost.
Shy is you will completely hide your face.
Ma'am, when we are shy, we will actually look for someone so that we can tell that we are. I'm feeling shy. I don't want to attend this thing or something of such.
Okay, maybe, yes, maybe you're right. But I want you to look at the picture of this man. He has the creases on his forehead. See, his forehead is creased and he's looking like this.
He
He's
will be
looking
in
through his
tension. He will
fingers.
be scared. He is scared.
He's scared, yes. Right?
He's in
So
tension.
we all understand by our facial expressions how we are feeling. Face is a major thing which tells us how do we feel. Now I'm going to again ask you all one by one. Now I want all of you all to lower your hands. I'm going to ask children who've not got a chance as yet to talk. I'm going to ask them the questions. Okay? All right. Parikshit, tell me, what do you do when you are happy?
Ma'am, I will dance.
You will dance. Okay. I can't see any other names. Wait.
Ma'am, Vedant didn't get a chance.
Vedant. Okay. Vedang. Okay. Vedang, tell me, what do you do when you feel excited? I can't hear you loudly.
Shout yay.
Okay. All right. Dia, Disha, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Tell me, what do you do when you are sad? What is the action that you do when you are sad? Do you cry? What do you do?
I cry.
You cry. Then you talk. You feeling shy, is it? Okay, there's someone called Sai Yashaswini. Where are you?
Yes, ma'am.
Sai, tell me, what do you do when you feel disappointed? You want to really do something, but mama says no. You feel disappointed. What do you do?
I won't do that.
Yeah, but then how do you express your feeling? Do you cry when you're disappointed? I really wanted to go to that picnic, but I fell sick and I can't go to the picnic. So how do I feel? I feel disappointed, right? What do I do in that situation?
I'll be sad.
You'll be sad. Okay. All right. Tanushri, tell me, what do you do when you feel helpless?
When I feel helpless, I get sad and sometimes I cry.
Sometimes you cry, okay. And sometimes maybe we also ask for help when you feel helpless, correct? Okay. Sai Kriti. Sai Kriti, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Sai Kriti, tell me, what do you do when you feel angry? What are your actions? I can't hear you. Are you talking?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, tell me, what do you do when you feel angry?
My face will frown, ma'am, and I will be mad.
Okay, okay. All right. So you understand how different emotions create different actions in our body, right? When we feel happy, we do something else. When we feel sad, we do something else. When we are disappointed, we do something else. Now, what is the point of talking all this? Ramakrishna, can you keep that toy away so I can see your face properly? Thank you so much. Good boy. All right.
Can I tell the reason of this?
Tell me.
To show that each of us express different things.
Okay. All right. Yes. So for us to be able to identify what the other person is feeling, we have different ways of expressing emotions. Okay. Now lower your hands. I'm going to act out some emotions. We're going to play a game. Okay. Emotion charades. All right. Feeling charades. And you have to tell me what is the emotion that I am feeling. Okay.
Okay, ji.
Okay,
Okay.
ma'am.
Now lower your hands. Once I have done my action, I will call out your name and then you have to tell me what emotion was it. Okay?
You mean like playing dumb charades, no, ma'am?
Surprise. Okay, don't blurt out the answers, but wait for me to call your name out. Okay? Raise your hands.
Sad.
Disappointed.
Sad or disappointed. Okay.
Scared.
Scared. Very good. Okay, people, you all are not raising your hands. So those who are raising their hands, it is unfair for
Ma'am,
them. Don't
it is
blurt out the answer.
surprising. You are surprised.
Was
Ma'am,
I? No, I did this.
Scared.
Scared, right? Okay.
you are surprised, ma'am.
I was scared.
Sleepy.
Baba. Surprised is like this.
Astonished.
That is surprised. No, I'm telling Meghna. This is surprise. See? What is the difference between surprised and scared?
Excuse me, ma'am. It is not Meghana, it is Megha.
Megha. Yeah, Megha only I said.
Ji, you said Meghna.
Is it? Okay. Megha, did you notice the difference between surprised and sad? Scared.
Yes, ma'am.
When I was surprised, my mouth was open. My eyes were big. When I was scared, there was a crease on my forehead. And I was not opening my mouth, but I was just contracting myself to show that I am scared. Right?
Ma'am, you are playing dumb charades, no, ma'am.
Yes. What is this emotion?
Excited.
Excited. Yes. Very good.
Excited.
Super job. Super job. Very good. If we have time, we will play this game at the end again. And this time you will do the actions and your friends will recognize. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Now look at this. The huge range of emotions. This is known as the emotion wheel. What is this known as? The emotion wheel. Yes. Now, in the middle of this emotion wheel are your basic emotions. Happiness, sadness, disgust, that feeling. Angry.
Got a major cash flow problem.
What is going on? There is some sound coming from somewhere. Can you please mute or stop playing on the other tab?
Like Sweet old granny's a big flopperoonie.
It's coming from Kritik Krishna.
Kritik, what is happening, Kritik? Please mute yourself and stop all other videos. Thank you so much. Okay, now if you look at the center of this wheel, there are some 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 basic emotions. Like the colors of the rainbow. 7 basic emotions. Okay, happiness, sadness, disgust, anger, fear, bad feelings like tired, stressed, bored, sleepy, unfocused, restless. Can you see that? And surprised. Okay, surprise can be startled. Suddenly I hear a voice and I become startled. Or surprised can be wow. Or surprised can be what? Confusion. And surprise can also be, yes, excitement. Right? So there are various shades to the basic emotions that we feel. And it is good to know that there might be many, many emotions that we feel. Okay. At the end of today, I will give you an emotional thermo check. Okay, like a thermometer which checks your temperature. We can also have a thermometer which can check our emotions. Okay, so what are the learnings that we did today, children? Feelings are natural. Can anyone have no feelings? Is it possible to completely control feelings and not feel anything?
Yeah, it's not possible.
It's not possible, right?
That's not possible. But
In our mythology, even learned people, very big scholars also were not able to do away with their emotions, right? Remember King Dasharatha, Lord Ram's father? His problem was a lot of love for his children. He loved his children so much that he was just not able to let go of them. And when Ram left for his exile into the forest, what happened to King Dashratha?
He got very sad and depressed and he died.
Very good. Very good. What was the emotion that Shurpanakha shows in Ramayana? When jealousy also, and after the nose was cut, she was
Revengeful.
very good, angry, revengeful, and she was jealous of Princess Sita. Very good, wonderful answers. What is the
Can I
emotion?
ask a question?
Yes, ask.
We can conquer our emotions while we are sleeping, right?
Yes.
Then how did you say that we cannot conquer it anytime?
Because even when you are sleeping, your subconscious mind is feeling emotions, right? Emotions are a part of being human. Conquering of emotions does not mean that we can suppress emotions. Conquering of emotion means that you are able to regulate your emotions. Even if you feel the emotion, you should not be expressing it in inappropriate ways so that others feel hurt, but you can express your emotions in ways that are healthy, because keeping the emotions inside is also not healthy. So when you say, when I'm sleeping, I conquer my emotion, it is that you regulate your emotions. It does not mean that you do not have any emotions. Did you understand the difference between that? Who asked this question? Can I know the name?
Ji Akshat.
Okay, Akshat, did you understand what Anagha ji said?
Yes,
He
Yes.
didn't understand the meaning of regulate.
Regulate means to be able to manage them. So when you are angry, you are not, in your sleep, if you feel the subtle emotion of anger when you are dreaming, you are not really going and hitting someone, screaming at someone, or doing anything like that, correct? So that means you are able to regulate it. You're able to feel the emotion, tell yourself that I am feeling like this, and I'm going to, we will do a course on regulating the emotions tomorrow. So you will understand better in tomorrow's session. Okay. But regulation means not expressing emotions in a bad way. Correct? But trying to understand. Okay. Now, what was the emotion that Lord Lakshmana had towards his older brother? What was the feeling?
Ji love.
Love and loyalty,
respect.
devotion. Very good. Very good. Okay. So you see how different emotions have to be regulated. For example, if Shurpanakha had regulated her emotion of anger, it is okay to feel jealous of someone because she has Lord Ram. Princess Sita had Lord Ram as her husband. Shurpanakha didn't have. So it was okay for her to feel jealous. But was it okay for her to take that revenge and create a war that harmed so many people?
No, ma'am.
Right? So war is always bad. To have a revengeful attitude is to not be able to regulate your emotion. But it's all right to feel angry, not all right to express your anger in ways that will harm other people. Okay? So all of us have feelings. Ram Krishna, what is going on, Ram Krishna? Why are you troubling Megha?
Ma'am, his pen has fallen down, ma'am. So he was trying to pull it. She's lying.
Okay, let's focus on the class. All of us have feelings. Everyone feels differently, right? And feelings come suddenly but go very, very slowly, right? They go very, very slowly. They come very soon, but for them to go, it takes a lot of time. Okay. So what have we learned today? I can feel many emotions. What have I learned today? I can feel many emotions.
I can
Right.
feel many emotions.
Correct. Okay, so there are many emotions that I can feel. Some are big, some are small, some are pleasant, some are unpleasant. But because I am a human being, I will always have these emotions around me, and it is okay to feel all the good, bad, pleasant, unpleasant emotions. But how to respond to those emotions is something that we will see in tomorrow's class. Okay, until then, bye bye, and we will see you tomorrow. Are there any questions? Do you want to ask anything?
Ma'am, how was my activity yesterday?
Sorry?
Ma'am, how was my activity yesterday which
It
I
was good,
uploaded?
super. All of y'all have done a wonderful job. Every one of you has done a very, 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 very good job. And there is so much self-awareness now because you know that in the practical world, what are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? How do you want to go about working on them? And it has been such an eye-opener for a lot of us. I'm sure your parents would also have been surprised. Now, yesterday I gave you this homework. I asked you all to ask your parents which animal you are like.
Ma'am, for my parents, I am like a lion and a monkey because I'm always joyful doing naughty things and being funny to them. And I don't get scared for many times. Sometimes I get scared, but I am always like
Calm and
brave.
composed.
Yeah, so
And what was your animal, Kritika?
a lion and monkey for them.
For them. And what were you for you? What was your answer yesterday?
Mama monkey.
You're a monkey. So lion is a revelation. You didn't look at yourself as a lion. You didn't know that you had those qualities of a lion. But now when you asked your parents, you understood that probably what they are saying is also correct. Yes, Kritika?
Yes, ma'am. Actually,
It's a revelation.
monkeys are also brave.
Monkeys are also brave. Okay. Yes.
Anagaji,
Yes. Namit, tell me.
what my parents told is I am an eagle and an elephant.
You are an eagle and an elephant. Okay. And what were your animals?
Eagle and donkey.
Eagle and donkey. Okay. So look at how they look at you. You probably looked at yourself as a donkey because you are able to carry loads. But they looked at you as an elephant who is strong and more elegant and more, uh, in hold of everything that he or she does. Right? So there are so many differences and revelations in what our parents think of us versus what we think of us. Yes?
Yes.
My father thinks I'm like a polar bear and my mother thinks I'm like a Pomeranian.
Okay, why?
Ma'am, my father can.
Mom, is it?
Ma'am, my father thinks that I am an eagle and my mother thinks that I am a lion, ma'am.
Okay, and what were your animals?
Ma'am, I am a lion.
Okay, all right. So there's another revelation, right? Kritik, what about you? Yes, Sai.
Ma'am, my mother thinks me as one monkey only, ma'am.
Is it? Okay, and what do you think you are?
Rabbit.
Rabbit. I can see those two rabbits on your head. Okay. Atich was saying something. Yes, Atich. Wait.
I'm a lion.
Ma'am, I finished saying, ma'am.
I'm a rat.
Okay, all right. Who else was saying then? Kritik, what about you? Where are you?
Vedang.
Vedang. Okay, Vedang, tell me. I didn't hear you.
I'm a shark and my mom also thinks that I'm a shark because I love swimming in the water.
Okay, all right.
Every
Vedang, tell me.
whenever we go somewhere, and if we find a small place of water, also I go play.
Okay. All right. Vedang, tell me. I didn't hear you. Vedang?
Ma'am, my father thinks I'm a tiger and my mother thinks I'm a rat.
Okay, all right. So you see how our perceptions and people around us perceive us? It is all very different. Okay. Today also I'm going to give you a worksheet where you will mark out what you do when you feel anger. Okay, because Minty was doing something when she felt angry, and true to the story, I'm going to give you a worksheet and let me show you that worksheet. Okay, so if you have any question, you can ask me now. Just a minute. All right, I was telling you about the thermometer. So the thermometer is here. What you can do is print out and stick it somewhere or draw it just like I have drawn it and stick it somewhere so you can ask yourself what are the different feelings that you are feeling. Okay, this is your thermometer. Okay, now I can feel pizza. What you're going to do is draw as many emojis as you can on this pizza. Top it off with many emojis. You can draw various faces to show how anger, helplessness, sadness, jealousy, scared, how do they look like, okay? So draw as many emojis as you can in each section and top your pizza up, all right? The next is this you can draw, you can print, you can do whatever you want and post the pictures on the group, okay? How am I feeling? This is a difficult feel thermo check, okay? All your difficult feelings are listed out here and keep it in front of you, maybe paste it on your cupboard so that every day you are able to think what were the difficult feelings that I faced today and what did I do about them, okay? So these are the two worksheets that I will be sharing with you today, and then we will meet tomorrow again to see how we can regulate the